A hot and hazy evening ahead. Temperatures still in the 80s.
She's the game show beauty who's always smiling. But now Vanna White has some sad news, and she's turning to the courts in tonight's Celebrity Justice. We catch up with Liz Hurley after her big baby announcement. Plus, how involved will Bing be in bringing up his baby in tonight's Showbiz Insider? Martha Stewart addresses the Wall Street scandal.
There's no doubt that it smells bad and it looks bad.
He's American Idol's Mr. Mean.
I hated your audition.
Now, kicked-off wannabes take a stab at Simon.
That sucked. I could wipe my bum with that audition.
Then, America's World Cup world-class soccer studs. Plus, I Bet You Will, the MTV show that proves
people will do anything for money.
And you won't believe what.
Where Liz Hurley partied after the big baby news. How are you? I'm Lisa Gibbons. We'll have that story coming up in just a little bit. But first, another Hollywood couple turns to the courts. Vanna White and her husband of 11 years have filed for divorce. Doug Bruckner has the story in tonight's Celebrity Justice.
$2,950 is what you have.
For 20 years, Vanna White has been turning heads as she turns letters on the hit game show Wheel of Fortune. But now the stunning TV icon is turning the page on a new chapter in her life as a single mom. Vanna is getting divorced from her husband, restaurant mogul George Santopietro, after 11 years of marriage. Extra caught up with the couple in happier times, celebrating New Year's Eve 1994 in Aspen, Colorado.
It's gorgeous. It's about 40 degrees today, and I got married here 4 years ago, so it's extra special.
According to divorce papers filed by Vanna last month, the couple separated last November after years of reports that their relationship was on the rocks. Reports that she and her husband repeatedly denied.
I have been a victim of the tabloids, as a lot of people in town have been. And it's just part of the territory, actually, for us.
According to Vanna's biography, she was raised by her grandparents after her parents were divorced when she was a baby. Vanna is now seeking joint custody of the 2 children she had with George. But famed divorce attorney Raul Felder says dividing their assets could spell trouble.
Perhaps they're both wealthy people, but when you figure Vanna's wealth, you're going to figure this amorphous thing of fame, celebrity status, which is going to add another number on top of her actual wealth, and that's the number that's going to be split up.
Vanna, who recently purchased this $4.8 million home in Los Angeles, reportedly makes $250,000 a year at Wheel of Fortune, working 4 days a month. She also makes a fortune doing commercials.
And just look at the difference in my before and after pictures.
Vanna's even in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's most frequent clapper, averaging nearly 40 claps per episode of Wheel. But now her fans are applauding a game show goddess who's moving on with her life, still leaving her audiences spellbound.
A spokesperson for Wheel of Fortune says George and Vanna will remain good friends and good parents. Now, a good day quickly turned into a bad one for Liz Hurley after she got news of her baby's paternity test. We've got details in today's Showbiz Insider. A vindicated Liz Hurley left her London home just hours after a judge ruled Hollywood movie producer Stephen Bing is the father of her 2-month-old son. Moments later, she was involved in a fender bender with this man who seemed less than pleased with his brush with fame. Later, Hurley posed for photographers at a London benefit.
Liz, please, can I just ask you how you're feeling?
But refused to answer any questions. In L.A. this morning, Stephen Bing also refused to answer questions from reporters gathered in front of his Bel Air home.
You did get the feeling that there was awareness about her.
Vicki Ward wrote a revealing article about Bing for the August issue of Vanity Fair. She says Bing's close friends, including his mentor, James Caan, were leery of his relationship with Hurley. They feared she was after his fortune. The 37-year-old is worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Her friends also made the point that he wasn't the only rich guy around and that Elizabeth's not exactly on the breadline.
Bing and Hurley were locked in a very public he-said-she-said battle over the child. We asked family lawyer Scott Weston what's going to happen next. He says if Hurley lived in California, she could be entitled to up to a third of Bing's fortune. But in London, the rules are different.
Typically, the UK courts are going to be more conservative about the child support figures, which means they'll be lower. But on the negative side for Mr. Bing, at least, they tend to favor the mothers in terms of custody.
Even though he likely won't be Hurley's husband, Stephen Bing is promising to be a good father to his son Damien. Now things are getting hotter for Martha Stewart. Murmurs of insider trading now have the domestic diva speaking out on Wall Street. Mike Bryant has our report.
The normally very social Martha Stewart has been very reclusive of late, embroiled in the midst of the M-Clone insider trading scandal. And her public appearance yesterday for a New York City business meeting may send the domestic diva back undercover. As she hit the streets in her SUV, the press pressure turned her exit into a red light running wrong way ride down Manhattan streets.
Martha continues to say she never traded on inside information.
CNBC reporter Dave Faber says the happy homemaker has already turned over phone records showing she called both her stockbroker and Sam Waxel, M-Clone CEO, on the same day she sold her M-Clone stock, a sale that saved Miss Stewart up to 50 grand.
There's no doubt that it smells bad and it looks bad.
Bad because of Miss Stewart's close relationship with the M-Clone headman, who was arrested last week for tipping off family members that his company was about to tank.
In fact, there was a story that he had a romance not only with her, but with her daughter, Alexis.
David Patrick Columbia, columnist for NewYorkSocialDiary.com, says this delicate situation only fuels suspicions against the homemaking mogul. But Extra has learned that congressional investigators are not targeting Stewart and that she is cooperating fully with authorities to clear her name. And that name means everything to the woman whose very image should be a good thing.
Now Heather Graham and Sarah Jessica Parker show off in New York City. Paulina Rubio rides a wave of success in the States, and Selma Hayek takes her art to a new level. You want more? You got it in today's Madonna wanted it, so did J-Lo, but neither could match Selma Hayek, who beat out both for the coveted role of Frida.
If you think I'm going to sleep with you just because you've taken me under your wing, you're wrong.
Hayek plays famed Mexican painter Frida Kahlo, outrageous wife of legendary artist Diego Rivera, played by Alfred Molina. Antonio Banderas and Hayek's real-life boyfriend, Edward Norton, round out the star-studded cast.
Fine.
Hayek's Frida paints the silver screen in October.
Extra.
Now there's someone who knows how to make an entrance. Paulina! Thousands of fans were screaming for Latina superstar Paulina Rubio, who rode into LA to promote her first album in English, Border Girl. We asked Paulina to translate her universal sex appeal.
And you have these like flavor, and it's part of you, and it's thanks, Mom.
Border Girl crosses over into stores today.
Extra.
Miss Parker, we're ready for your close-up now.
Whatever you say.
They've started shooting around the belly of mom-to-be Sarah Jessica Parker on the set of Sex and the City.
Okay, time to go.
Parker's pregnancy won't be part of the Emmy Award-winning storyline, but Heather Graham will be. The film actress opted for the small screen to appear in one episode of the highly rated HBO show. Graham will play the character she knows best, herself. And that's the not-so-skinny on today's Extra. And we've got a great deal of the day for you. Complete sets of seasons 2 and 3 of Sex and the City on DVD. Find out how to get your hands on them by logging on to AOL 7.0, keyword extra, or extratv.com. Black is back this summer. Men in Black, that is. John Kelly has a preview of the hot summer sequel in an extra sneak peek.
Just want everybody to know, July 4th, Big Willie weekend. Doing it again, Big Willie weekend, baby.
That's your weekend.
Oh, no, that's my weekend.
They've got a new theme, a new ride.
Does that come standard?
And a sexy new woman in black.
It's this chick, right? Serlina, making me sick.
Yeah, Laura Flynn Boyle is the evil Serlina, looking for revenge on the MIB.
See, I'm in a bit of a jam, so I'm gonna make this simple.
But she'll have to go through K&J, Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, who reunite and get reacquainted.
So you used to drive that old busted joint. I drive the new hotness.
After a serious role earning him an Oscar nod in Ali, Smith admits it was tough finding his intergalactic humor.
And I wanted to know, now, what is this alien's motivation?
Everybody nod your head. Men in Black 2 hits theaters July 3rd. Next on Extra, catch up with the stunt show that has contestants mustering up a lot of courage.
That's very impressive.
Plus, American Idol uproar. Simon's victims strike back.
However.
And later, who's the hottest among soccer's field of dreamy players? A humble Spice guy and a cool California kid. Meet them coming up.
Push the button.
Push the button. Push the button. I know this shit.
You could do it.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Come on, what are you afraid of?
I'm scared of commitment.
Oh.
It's not a commitment. It's 10-10-220.
Yeah, but don't I have to sign up first?
That's the beauty of 10-10-220. You don't have to sign up.
Oh, so I just dial it, then 1, then the number.
Then it's 99 cents for all calls up to 20 minutes.
So I just dial it.
You just dial it.
Right now.
Right now.
Little privacy, please.
Oh, man.
Check, please.
Dial 10-10-220.
Coming up, inside some of the country's top rehab centers where the rich and famous go for help. Plus the hottest acts on the teen music scene. It's coming up.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Your Gateway Pontiac dealers are in overdrive and have 3 great ways to get into a new Grand Am. Now you can get 1.9% APR financing or $2,500 total cash back on any new 2002 Grand Am. Or choose a great lease on a new Grand Am SE, around $216 a month. $216 a month for the excitement of Grand Am. Call for details. 3 great ways, but offers end July 1st.
Just think how much more you could be seeing right now on this huge 51-inch big screen TV. This Panasonic big screen TV can be in your home tomorrow. All you have to do is stop by National Rent-to-Own during our Everything for the Home sale. And all you need is $24.99 a week. You'll get free delivery and setup with no long-term obligation. Credit's never a problem at National Rent-to-Own. We've got everything for your home with Rent-to-Own plans to fit your budget. Remember, we'll beat anyone's advertised price or we'll give you $100 at National Rent-to-Own.
Just live your life.
Where can you find everyone's favorite chicken?
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Not that chicken. The DQ Chicken Strip Basket, now just $3.99. With 4 100% white meat chicken tenderloins, golden fries, country gravy, and Texas toast. It's no mystery why everyone loves it. So don't miss Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby-Doo the movie in theaters this summer. And whatever you do, don't let hunger creep up on you. DQ's something different.
Billy Joel, the latest celebrity to head for rehab. Stars like Billy are lucky enough to be able to afford top-notch medical care when they need help. Now here's a look inside rehab centers of the rich and famous. He's a beloved superstar who seemed to have it all. But now Billy Joel has checked himself into rehab. 2 weeks ago, Joel crashed his car in East Hampton, Long Island. Alcohol or drugs were not cited in the police report, but days later, the singer checked into the exclusive Silver Hill Hospital in Connecticut for 10 days. Apparently, the latest star trying to get clean.
I had the disease of alcoholism.
Liza Minnelli shared her story with Larry King, crediting the famed Karen Foundation in Pennsylvania for her recovery. Minnelli reportedly spent $16,000 for a month-long stay at the sprawling retreat. On the West Coast, there's Promises, a luxurious getaway in the hills of Malibu, where stars like Robert Downey Jr. pay up to $1,000 a day to recover. The rehab features a swimming pool, a gourmet chef, and a $1 million view.
If you just give a celebrity any kind of special amenities, you're working against the program, you're working against the recovery.
Loveline Dr. Drew Pinsky worries celebrities may get too many perks in rehab.
One of the first principles in recovery is humility, and if you want special treatments, special circumstances, it tends to reinforce some of the pathology that is part of the disease itself.
To counter the celeb effect, Karen Foundation has no private rooms, no spas, and no special privileges. And it promises, clinical psychologist Suzanne Poland actually gives the rich and famous chores.
Things like washing their own clothes, helping out in terms of the kitchen.
At Silver Hill, patients like Joel also pay up to $1,000 a day for traditional therapy, access to a basketball court, and an indoor pool. Hopefully the right prescription to put Billy Joel back behind the piano. We certainly wish him well. Dr. Pinsky, by the way, says one of the biggest challenges stars face is going back to work too soon after rehab. He says that almost always leads to a relapse. Tomorrow on Extra, Will Smith's big beach bash. We're there for his Men in Black 2 celebration. Plus, Brad and Jennifer's night out at the movies. How the power couple is showing support for a friend. And exclusive straight from Alaska, the Bachelorette Manhunt heats up. Tomorrow on Extra. On NBC's Fear Factor, surviving a gross-out challenge like eating pig parts or wrestling with rats can build your gross income by 50 grand. But a new show shows what some people will do for a couple $100. Barry Nolan has a preview.
You are going to put the honey and the nuts in your pants.
Doesn't sound too tempting, does it? That's why funny man Godfrey had to sweeten the deal, so to speak, with some cash.
$60, $80, $100. He's gonna do it!
Believe it or not, this isn't the first occasion Times Square has witnessed such a bizarre scene.
Oh, no!
Extra told you last year about the shoots for a New York-based webcast called I Bet You Will, devoted to the concept that
people will do anything for money.
Back then, for instance, the show's creator, Morgan Spurlock, paid this young woman $450 to gulp 9 shots of vile liquids. And this guy, $235 to eat a giant jar of mustard.
That's very impressive.
Well, now Spurlock's hit the big time. His show has been picked up by MTV.
Monday through Friday, 5 days a week on MTV.
And finally we made it, so it's pretty awesome.
Spurlock still runs the shoots, but now he has co-hosts, including Godfrey and singer Willa Ford.
We just want you guys to let us duct tape you two together.
We have a bigger budget now, to say the least, which is good.
It's not going on prize money, though.
I can get people to do things for free just because they're on MTV. They'll do it for free. They don't care. People are crazy, man.
Biggest gross out so far in the MTV version is this $250 shocker.
We bet a girl to let us shave her head into a mohawk, combined it with 3 sticks of butter, and she ate her own hair. And in this giant butter hairball, which was... yeah, it was special.
Maybe they should just call it, I Bet You're Ill.
Call it what you will. It airs weekday afternoons on MTV. Now, if you want to do gross things for cash, we've got the show's list of upcoming cities on our website at extratv.com. Now, on Fox, the competition becoming the next American Idol is getting more and more brutal. Last night, as Ryan Seacrest reports, some of the contestants turned on one of the judges.
I hated your audition. I wouldn't know what to do with you as a recording artist. Sorry, just didn't make the grade.
They were dismissed on last night's episode of American Idol. But before these contestants packed up to leave Hollywood, they mocked the man who cut them loose.
That sucked. That sucked. I could wipe my bum with that audition.
That was the worst I've ever seen you. You're horrible.
You are the worst singer in America. Goodbye.
The eyebrow thing. You do the eyebrow thing. It's what he does all the time.
And while the singers turned the tables on Simon, they didn't seem too upset over their dismissals and actually told our cameras that a dose of Simon did them some good.
It's really rough to take those comments, but if you can't stand in the fire now, get out because it's hotter than ever.
In fact, even the Chilean karaoke guy was singing Simon's praises.
When I watched that performance, you won a local Chilean variety show in South America.
He's not that bad of a guy. He's actually kind of a sweetheart, so.
Even Simon threw out a shocker.
My mouth often goes before my brain. And it's very difficult to know what to say when you're in this situation because, sometimes your brain just goes numb.
And while Paula Abdul's loving her role as a ruler...
It's exciting. On this show, you gotta love it. This is really exciting.
Randy ripped on the contestants.
I think you're absolutely dreadful.
All in all, it was a night of surprises. 2 finalists shocked the judges, and we saw a side of Simon few have ever seen before.
Just don't understand it.
Well, if you're into Simon, no insults from him tonight on Fox, just some of today's biggest hit makers. Check out Ashanti and Ja Rule rehearsing for Fox's Teen Choice Presents Summer Music Mania Concert Special. Hosted by Jennifer Love Hewitt and JC and Chris from NSYNC, this annual summer jam brings together the hottest teen artists, including Nelly and The Calling. Catch the show tonight on Fox.
Up next, the soccer studs who've done more than reach their sports goal. Coming up.
Hello, my love. I heard a kiss from you.
Kellogg's Special K Red Berries. It's got its own crunchy flake and strawberries right inside the box. For those who like a little cereal with their strawberries. Special K Red Berries. Looking good. Never tasted so great.
You gotta be the wave. Pay attention now. You're the thread and the wave's the needle. I'm hanging 5. Woo! It's all about balance. Whoa! I'm back. I still got the moves, kiddo.
Shark attack! Flying fish! Tidal wave!
I need practice. I got nothing.
You need Stitch.
Ride the wave of mayhem in Disney's new animated feature, Lilo and Stitch. Catch a bobblehead in every McDonald's Happy Meal.
Here we go. Are you with me?
Cruz, Smith, we've got a next extra. The Minority Report opening. Another record breaker? Then Will Smith's Sexy Beach Party next extra.
What can you buy with $19 these days? How about a car or truck? During the Sentra Buick Pontiac GMC $19 new and pre-owned acquisition sale. Going on now for 4 days only through this Monday night. $19 down. Take on the payments and drive away. With payments as low as $99 a month. Credit problems? No problem. Save hundreds, even thousands. And only $19 puts you in the driver's seat. Only at Sentra Buick Pontiac GMC in St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit. Now through Monday night.
I used to look forward to intimate moments. Now, I just can't get excited.
Some estimates say nearly half of all women experience sexual dysfunction at some point in their lives, especially after menopause. Many women worry if they admit they aren't sexually satisfied, they'll hurt the one they love.
The truth is, I've lost interest in sex.
Radiant Research is conducting a research study on an investigational medication for female sexual dysfunction.
They look like new and they run that way too. At Jim Trineri Chevrolet Pre-Owned, we've got hundreds of one-owner vehicles, and they're priced to sell now. They look like new. They've been fully inspected, cleaned, and Jim Trineri certified. They run like new too. We've got Jim Trineri certified cars under $69.95, plus cars and trucks with the remainder of their new car warranty under $13,995. Save on certified pre-owned cars at Jim Trineri Chevrolet under the St. Charles Water Tower, and Jim Trineri Pre-Owned on West Clay.
Sucker fever has fans everywhere glued to their tubes. And as Dana Devon reports, it's not just the guys getting their kicks from the big games.
World Cup mania is sweeping the world. But it's more than just goals that make the fans go wild. Today's sexy superstars are turning soccer into the ultimate spectator sport.
Soccer hunks are great. I mean, the more hunks, the better.
Roxanne Jones, deputy editor of ESPN magazine, says when it comes to hard-kicking heartthrobs, England's David Beckham is the reigning king.
He has the looks. He's a brilliant soccer player.
Beckham is known for his flamboyant style both on the field as well as off. Wife Victoria is former Spice Girl Posh Spice. For Beckham, being a role model to kids is always a priority.
There's a lot of people that do look up to me.
And the Brits aren't the only ones who go ballistic for Beckham. He's a huge star in Japan. And for some homegrown hunks, look no further than the U.S. men's team. 32-year-old California native Kobe Jones is meeting fame head-on.
I'm not going to be like, what do they say? They go, oh, darling in Hollywood and all that.
Another darling of the U.S. team is 20-year-old California cutie Landon Donovan. His recent soccer striptease scored extra points with fans, and as Jay Leno found out, lots of media attention.
You're on the cover of the new Sports Illustrated. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, excuse me.
From underdogs to top dogs, the U.S. team is out to win the World Cup and the hearts of fans everywhere.
And you know millions of those fans are going to be up early Friday morning to see the U.S. take on Germany. We'll be right back.
Everybody's different, and accepting those differences is key to making our city strong. So KMOV has teamed up with the St. Louis Rams, Cardinals, and Blues to celebrate diversity and promote equality. Here's a way you can join KMOV and the Diversity Awareness Partnership to help put an end to discrimination. Call this number or log on to KMOV.com. So be a part of our team. Take the first step with the Diversity Awareness Partnership. Make a difference by accepting everyone else's.
Walgreens is pleased to announce millions of new locations. Your homes. Presenting Walgreens.com. Now you can join millions of users who manage their health care on America's healthiest website. Just think, all of this under one, well, make that millions of roofs. Register online or come into Walgreens Pharmacy and we'll do it for you. Walgreens.com. Another reason Walgreens is the pharmacy America trusts.
I am on a mission to save the world from ordinary fast food. Friends, put down your burgers. They're a formed and processed slap in your face. You could be having KFC original recipe chicken. Slow cooked to lock in all that juicy flavor.
You down there! Drop that burger! Only KFC has the Colonel's original recipe chicken. Hand-prepared and served up hot and fresh every time. Right now, get 12 pieces of original recipe for just $9.99.
Please, share the bounty of my bucket. This is what I do. There's fast food, and then there's KFC.
Win a special day with someone you love at our Mamma Mia Mother-Daughter Day Out. Prizes include pampering from Scandal's Day Spa, photos from Glamour Shots in Sunset Hills, footwear from Supermarket of Shoes, and tickets to Broadway's smash hit Mamma Mia coming to the Fox. See KMOV.com to register.
Where can you go to experience the most exciting new home communities in the St. Louis area? Why, right here, of course. This New House, Sunday mornings at 10 on Channel 4.
Vicki Newton, now part of the News 4 team.
You say you want a great deal on a new Hyundai? Well, check them out at Suntrip Hyundai in South County.
How about the 2002 Accent for only $99 a month? Elantra, now only $129 a month. Or the new Sonata and Santa Fe, both only $229 a month. Or the must-see 2003 redesigned Tiburon, only $229 a month. All with America's best warranty. Plus, if we can't get you financed, we'll give you $500.
This month only at Suntrip Hyundai on Lee May Ferry, just north of Lindbergh.
#1 in St. Louis.
Closed captioning and other considerations were extra provided by.
When my doctor first mentioned Prempro, I didn't listen. But eventually I said yes to Prempro. Why not talk to your doctor? Say yes to Prempro.
All right.
Put a smile on your face. Make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face. What you wanna do? Say what you wanna do. Put a smile on your face. Come on, smile. Make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face. What you wanna do? Say what you wanna do.
Smile.
Vanessa Carlton already has a big hit with 1,000 Miles. Now Extra is premiering her next one. Here's Ordinary Day. Take good care.